Several major automakers are making big bets on the electric vehicle market. But so far, the US EV market seems to belong to one automaker, Tesla.
How you doing? If you're new, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. I appreciate you for coming back. So in this video, we are going to talk about Tesla. Of course, we're going to talk about Tesla. What else are we going to talk about? What else is there to talk about? So I'm just going to be reacting with you and sharing with you CNBC's recent article, CNBC recent mini documentary on Tesla, comparing Tesla sales, comparing Tesla's market share to other automakers. So I figured let me do a reaction to it. I'll give my thoughts. Since I like to talk about Tesla all the time, I might as well start talking about what other investors are saying, what Wall Street insiders are saying, what they're putting out there to the public in terms of on YouTube and stuff like that. So I'm going to react to CNBC's documentary on Tesla.
Of the 246,000 new electric vehicles sold in the United States in 2019, nearly 194,000 were Teslas of one kind or another. That is more than 3 times the amount sold by all other manufacturers combined. The Tesla Model 3 sold nearly 160,000 units alone. No other vehicle from any other manufacturer came close. The next biggest seller was the Chevrolet Bolt, which sold roughly 16,400 units, a fraction of the Model 3's volume. Investing in Tesla is said to not be for the faint of heart.
Right there, I believe is a little bit misleading. At the end of the day, what is the definition of investing, right? Depending on the type of investment strategy you're going for and what you personally think about investing, is the way that I look at investing is you can either be investing for the long term or you're day trading and speculating for the short term. There is space for both of them. There's space for both of them if you are interested in participating in both of them. Like me now, I day trade stocks and I also invest for the long term. I know the difference between both. Investing for the long term on one hand is you buy a company, hopefully you're buying a good company that's most likely they're going to grow for a long time. Over time, they're going to keep on growing, right? That's why you're buying the company. Like if you look at Tesla now, Tesla is a company that I believe for the next 10 to 15 years, they're still going to be growing like crazy until they reach that peak maturity level as a company. If you compare Tesla to Ford, for example, Ford has been around for 100 years, right? Tesla is only 13 years old. And even within that 13 years, they had to deal with so much. They had to deal with short sellers, they had to deal with bad press, they had to deal with all these things. That's why so many people that are passionate about the company decide to open up a YouTube channel and just start talking about it, because the retail investors probably know a lot more, do a lot more research into Tesla as a company than most of all these Wall Street analysts and all these things, and also the media. So when you're investing, that what CNBC just said right there is very, very misleading, because that's how they put subtle words into investors that they don't know much, right? If you're investing into a company like Tesla, you have to expect volatility. You have to expect volatility because it's a brand new thing. It's a brand new industry. It's something new. When you're investing in something that is new, there is going to be volatility. It's going to go up like crazy and it's going to come down like crazy. That is why I dollar cost average. That's why I do dollar cost averaging when it comes to Tesla stock. Because something like Tesla stock, you have to dollar cost average into it. There's no if, buts, or maybe. You have to dollar cost average into it. Even other companies that I'm looking to invest in, I'm going to be dollar cost averaging into it. So that is misleading. I thought let me just point that out. and highlight that for you.
But as the automaker has managed to get a handle on production of its Model 3, introduce other models, and expand its presence in China, its stock has climbed, hitting new highs above $900 in February 2020. For years, skeptics have warned of a tsunami of competitors coming for the pioneering electric car brand.
And starting in just a few months and really accelerating next year and into 2018, it's just going to be swarmed with long-range electric car competition.
But it's still Tesla. And
For me personally, I do not listen to Wall Street, and I do not listen to news channel and all these things when it comes to my investment. I do my own research, and I look into the company deeply. You know, I research everything there is to know about the company, and I keep on researching because company like Tesla, there's constant news that's coming up on Tesla. So I keep on researching the company, keep on digging into the company, learning more, trying to learn more and know more about the company, because when you know more about your companies that you're investing in, you're going to be more confident in holding the company that you are investing in during the hard times. And that's the thing that is going on right now. We have short sellers, people that believe they personally believe, for some reason or the other, they personally believe that the stock should go down, so they wanna short the stock. Fine. It's good that we have people that always take the opposite side, because it's not good that everybody thinking just one way. You know, it's good to have other people that are taking the opposite side. But then you can't just listen to those people that are taking the opposite side, because you have to think about it. What is their motive? What is their interest? Why is it that they believe that a company that is going into something brand new, company that has proved itself, still deserve to not grow in the field that they're in? So short seller like this guy right here, he's been wrong so many times. Okay, so I don't personally listen to him. I don't listen to him because it's crazy to listen to people like that.
Few vehicles have been released so far, but sales indicate that any one of them has failed to make a significant dent in Tesla's share of the EV market. So far, the Tesla killers haven't really killed Tesla at all.
We're like, how many minutes into this? 7 minutes, and the first truth? Well done, CNBC. Well done.
But more rivals are coming, and they are being launched by massive automakers who have been making cars for a long time.
Again, this is where mainstream media can be so misleading. This is where they can be so misleading. There's a difference between making ICE vehicle engine cars that use gas. There's a difference between making that one and making electric vehicle. Cars that don't use gas, cars that use electricity. You need knowledge, you need engineers, you need software developers, you need so many things, you need machines. It's not the same equipment that you use to make ICE vehicle that you're gonna use to make electric vehicle. That is misleading, completely misleading.
So, who are they, and how much of a chance do they have? First, it helps to look at what they're up against. Analysts and industry watchers debate the reasons why Tesla is so dominant in EVs. There are a few clear ones on.
When I watch episodes like this, there's a lot of things that I watch on CNBC. Some of them they're right, some of them they're wrong. Again, who the hell are these analysts? Who are these analysts that are debating whether Tesla is the leader in the field? Who are these analysts? If it was like that other guy that shorted Tesla that you just spoke earlier on, I'm gonna leave a picture, a clip right on top of this video that you're watching right now. If it's this guy, this same guy that basically has lost a ton of money on Tesla, like, I wouldn't take his advice at all. You can be an analyst and you're still wrong because you don't know much about the company. You can't think about how the company is changing things or how they're doing things. Actually go out and do some research into the company. Leave your bias alone. know how these people can be wrong sometimes. As I record this, Tesla's stock price is approaching $521 per share, up $31 today, and the stock looked like it's going straight to the moon. Today is up 3%. So these people on Wall Street can be woefully wrong sometimes.
First of all, Teslas have some of the best ranges available of all electric cars on the market. And Tesla's biggest seller, the Model 3, starts at about $39,000, not far from the average price of a new vehicle in the US. Teslas have also garnered praise for their innovative design both on the outside and the inside.
Truth number two, 10 minutes into the program. Truth number 2. Well done, CNBC. Let's keep going.
There are criticisms of Tesla as well. As a relatively small and young automaker, Tesla has been plagued by manufacturing difficulties, which has left hopeful buyers.
Okay, calm down, everybody. Let's break that down. They just said, as a small, relatively young automaker. That's the key word. Small, relatively young automaker. I think most of the customers that they're buying from that young automaker, they expect that there's going to be delays. They're okay with it. That's why they're buying it, because they know that there are going to be problems. Okay? Most people that they're going to buy something new, like for example, if you buy a brand new PlayStation, like the PlayStation 5 that just came out, that's the first edition. If you're a gamer, you know that, okay, there could be problems with the first edition. Just because you're getting the exclusive product first, there could be problems with it. And you have to be okay with that. And I think most of the Tesla buyers at that point, they probably know and they are okay with the fact that there might be some problems because they're brand new. It's a brand new car industry. It's a brand new type of car. There's going to be some sort of problems, and I think most of them are okay with it. So again, another subtle misleading information from CNBC. This is absolutely wrong. And you need people like me and other people on YouTube to call these people out, because this is wrong. This is misleading, and they look subtly, low-key influence people that are not thinking about the product or are not thinking properly in terms of what this news media, what they're putting out there. Wrong information. People that are buying these cars, they know there's going to be problems. They know that over time the company will work on it. I've never met any Tesla owner that has major problems with the car. If they have a problem with the car, most likely they contact Tesla and Tesla fix it. Okay, it might take a little bit of time, just like with anything else. Okay, that is again
waiting a long time for reserved vehicles. Veteran competitors have even used their manufacturing experience as a selling point when marketing their own electric models.
CNBC, I'll give that to you. Other car makers, they have experience, but they have experience in making ICE vehicles,
telling customers they won't have to wait for a newly unveiled vehicle. Tesla customers have also complained about troubles obtaining parts and service. Tesla's success seems to defy the odds in other ways. Out of the 3 models it currently sells, 2 are traditional sedans, in a market that has been increasingly favoring sport utility vehicles since the US economy emerged from the Great Recession. Its only SUV available so far, the Model X, carries a very high-end price tag. But Tesla fans, loyalists, and would-be buyers are so far undeterred.
You talking about me? Talking about me?
The company seems to attract a lot of hype and attention. Many industry watchers say that much of what sells Tesla cars is Tesla itself, as well as its charismatic, if often controversial, leader Elon Musk. Despite gripes about long waits for service, serial production setbacks, and criticisms of the company's build quality, buyers still seem to want to be part of the Tesla vision.
Again, CNBC, you got it right. Truth number 4. I think so. I think number 4 or number 3, I lost count by now, but you got that one right. 14 minutes into it. You got it right.
Renowned industry reviewer Consumer Reports has both praised and criticized Tesla vehicles. But it says the brand seems to have something special no one else has been able to capture.
Well, I think that's exactly it. I mean, I think there's a lot of interest in Tesla, more so than the fact that they're looking for an electric car. So the fact that Tesla is this innovator, is the latest thing, is the latest technology, that is what is so attractive to so many people.
So the question is, which brands can compete with Tesla? Which ones are meant to? What are potential Tesla buyers shopping? On the higher end, where Tesla tends to play, there are cars such as the Audi e-tron, the Jaguar I-Pace, and the BMW i3. Porsche began delivering its long-awaited Taycan to U.S. customers in December. It's expected to follow that up with at least one other model, an electric version of its Macan crossover. Mainstream electric vehicles include the Chevrolet Bolt, the Honda Clarity Electric, a couple cars from Hyundai, the Kia Niro, the long-selling Nissan Leaf and Leaf Plus, and the Volkswagen e-Golf. There are several others scheduled for release starting in 2020 from major brands, especially in the premium segments and near the higher end of the mainstream market where Tesla currently competes. Ford unveiled its Mustang Mach-E in November 2019. The company expects to begin deliveries in late 2020 and said it has already reached its order limit for a first edition version of the vehicle.
We're already in 2020. I know we had the pandemic, but Tesla grew this year, so Ford has no excuse. We're already in 2020, late 2020. We have 1 month until 2020 is over. Where's the Mach-E? Where is it?
Despite what some have called a muted response to its e-tron, Audi is planning more e-tron variants, including a mid-size SUV called the Q4 e-tron, a high-performance GT, and a sportback version. BMW is expected to launch the i4, a more sport-focused car for its electric i brand, whereas the i3 was more of a small city car that even elicited some derision from BMW purists. The i4 comes with 523 horsepower. BMW's Mini Cooper brand will supply the city car, the Mini Cooper SE, expected in early 2020. Mercedes-Benz parent Daimler said in December it would delay the U.S. launch of its EQC electric crossover until 2021, about a year after its originally intended launch time in early 2020. A more sedan-like car called the EQS is also expected. Smaller luxury brands are pushing into electric vehicles in the near future as well. Jaguar is planning an electric version of its XJ sedan, and Volvo is working on an electric XC40 compact SUV, as well as a high-performance crossover through its sister brand Polestar. Automotive colossus Volkswagen is throwing its weight behind electric vehicles. Apart from its higher-end products under Porsche, Audi, and other brands, the German giant is planning several Volkswagen-branded EVs, including a crossover called the ID Cross and a revival of the legendary VW bus called the ID Buzz. Then there are the smaller brands and startups such as Bollinger, Lordstown, Lucid, and the troubled Faraday Future. Many such vehicles are planned, including several in a very American segment electric vehicle manufacturers so far have barely touched: pickup trucks. Tesla introduced perhaps its most ambitious and polarizing design yet in 2019, the Cybertruck. This puts the company, at least technically, squarely in competition with pickup segment heavyweights such as Ford, Fiat Chrysler, and General Motors. Truck sales in the U.S. are dominated by Detroit. Ford has said it plans to release a fully electric version of its best-selling F-Series full-size pickup. General Motors plans to revive its once potent Hummer brand name as an all-electric vehicle. GM said at the end of January 2020 it will spend $2.2 billion at its Detroit Hamtramck assembly plant to produce several all-electric trucks and SUVs.
To build a new generation of electric pickup trucks SUVs, and other EVs beginning late just this next year.
Buzzed about startup Rivian is working on its own electric pickup truck. The R1T is slated for release along with a similar-sized sport utility vehicle in 2020. Rivian is promising 400 miles of range on a single charge, a wading depth of more than 3 feet, and 0 to 60 acceleration in 3 seconds. Ford invested $500 million in the startup in 2019 and plans to release an SUV bearing its luxury Lincoln badge that is based on technology developed by Rivian.
What just happened there? You notice what just happened? All what they said about the competition were just positive news. All positive stories. Ford is coming out with all electric. Rivian is a good competition. I think Rivian is serious. The other company that is a legacy company that is serious is Volkswagen from Germany. I think they're serious. Their CEO is smart. He sees that Tesla is coming for him and he has to pivot and change and do things differently. So he's smart. He's going places. But Ford and all these other people, or even their truck design it don't even look nice. Just you have the same truck, but you just put battery in it. Maybe probably wouldn't even get you far. So all the positive news that basically the competition that have been coming from the past like 8 years, 10 years, you hear all the positive news about them. Oh, they're coming out with this truck, they're coming out with that, they're doing this, they're doing that. But guess what? Just listen closely to the next section.
Meanwhile, Tesla's Cybertruck design seems to baffle some industry watchers. Some investors have called it weird, really weird. Musk defended the truck's polarizing design on a conference call after the automaker released earnings for the fourth quarter of 2019.
For the Cybertruck, a few months ago we revealed the Cybertruck, and that went viral. And we tried to build a product that is superior in every way without any preconceptions of how such a product should look. So it really just from the standpoint of what's the most badass, futuristic armored personnel carrier that kicks the ass of any pickup truck. Basically, that was the goal. We wanted it to look like something that just kind of came out of a sci-fi movie set from the future.
On the same call, Musk said Tesla's demand exceeds what the company can produce over 3 or 4 years.
I've never seen actually such a level of demand at this. We've never seen anything like it, basically. I think we will make about as many as we can sell for many years. So we'll sell as many as we can make. It's going to be pretty nuts. And I think actually that the product is better than people realize even. They don't even have enough information to realize just the awesomeness of it. It's just great.
Industry watchers say that the move into trucks is another way for automakers to try to make the best of a difficult situation. Both investor excitement over Tesla and increasing regulatory pressure are forcing legacy automakers to come up with some kind of electric vehicle plan. But it is commonly thought that electric vehicles are, so far, still a tough sell for many buyers. EVs remain a tiny slice of the U.S. auto market and are heavily concentrated in states such as California, where high fuel prices, government policies and incentives, and perhaps a dash of culture all contribute to higher electric vehicle sales.
EV demand in the U.S. market has been pretty modest through the years.
Consider that it took an entire human generation for 44 alternative energy models combined to achieve 1/2 of the market share of the Ford F-Series pickup, the best-selling pickup in the United States. Around the world, it seems the healthiest electric vehicle markets are supported heavily by government intervention. The largest car market in the world, China, is also the largest market for electric vehicles. Tesla surprised the automotive world by being the first foreign car company to gain permission to manufacture in the country without partnering with a Chinese firm. Electric vehicle sales were growing in China until the government cut subsidies for battery electric vehicles in June of 2019. Sales began falling that next July, just weeks later. While early electric and hybrid vehicles were sedans and compact cars, newer models are increasingly sport utility vehicles and pickups, areas of the auto market that have grown tremendously in demand over the last decade. They are also vehicles customers are willing to pay more for compared with similarly sized passenger cars. That combination suggests automakers will have an easier time moving them off the lot.
So, disclaimer, what we just said and what we just viewed is not financial advice. I, Kaseem, am not advising you to invest in Tesla stock. Do not invest in Tesla stock because you see this video. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not your financial advisor. Go find your professional. Don't listen to me. I could be wrong. Don't listen to me. Read the disclaimer below. Don't sue me, bro. I hope you've enjoyed that video. I just feel like sometimes when I watch this stuff, I just feel like I'm cringing while I'm watching it, you know. So I figure let me just actually do a reaction to it, reaction videos where I react to my thoughts for every single segment of these videos. Maybe I'll do once or twice a week for videos like this. So I hope you've enjoyed that video. Thank you for watching. If you like what I do here, consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you very much for watching.